Hi everyone, this is Ethel, and for today's video, we are going to talk about the layers of atmosphere. The Earth's atmosphere is the layers of the gases which protects the Earth from the radiations and cosmic rays coming from the outer space. This atmosphere acts as a blanket because it keeps the average temperature of the Earth nearly constant. The Earth's atmosphere can be divided into 5 main layers. First is the troposphere, followed by the stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and lastly the exosphere. Troposphere. Tropos means change. This layer gets its name from the weather that is constantly changing and mixing up the gases in this part of our atmosphere. This layer is the closest to Earth's surface. On average, the troposphere extends from the ground to about 12 kilometers or 7.5 miles high. The troposphere contains about 75% of all of the air in the atmosphere and almost all of the water vapor which forms clouds and rain. The troposphere is composed of 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and 1% of other gases. Hot air balloons fly within the troposphere. Stratosphere. Strat means layer. This layer of our atmosphere has its own set of layers. The boundary between the stratosphere and the troposphere is called the tropopause. It is the region where airplanes fly. The stratosphere's layer extends from the tropopause to about 50 kilometers or 32 miles above the Earth's surface. This layer contains a thin layer of ozone molecules which forms a protective layer and absorbs harmful ultraviolet radiation from the sun. These high-altitude weather balloons flying into the stratosphere for monitoring atmospheric conditions and climate research. Mesosphere. Meso means middle. This layer is located above the stratosphere and below the thermosphere. It is the third layer in our atmosphere, which is 35 kilometers or 22 miles thick. The transition boundary which separates the mesosphere from the stratosphere is called the stratopause. In the mesosphere, fewer air molecules to absorb incoming electromagnetic radiation from the sun. Most meteors burn up in this atmospheric layer. A meteor is a piece of rock or a matter that has been broken off in space and travels through the atmosphere. When they cross the mesosphere, friction and momentum cause the meteor to burn up and appears as a light crossing the sky. Thermosphere. Thermo means heat. This layer has extremely high temperatures and located above the mesosphere and below the exosphere. The boundary between the mesosphere and the thermosphere atmospheric regions is called mesopause. It is the coldest part of Earth's atmosphere. The thermosphere extends from the mesopause to 700 kilometers or 435 miles above the surface of the Earth. The thermosphere is the thickest layer in the atmosphere. Only the lightest gases, mostly oxygen, helium, and hydrogen, are found here. The aurora or the northern lights and southern lights and satellites mostly occur in this layer. Exosphere. Exo means outside. The exosphere represents the outermost layer of Earth's atmosphere. It extends from the top of the atmosphere to 10,000 kilometers or 6,214 miles above the Earth's surface. In this layer, atoms and molecules escape into space and higher altitude satellites orbit our planet. That's it for today's video. I hope that you learned something. Until the next one, bye!